Hey, I'm Shiraz, and I'm about to shift someone's limiting beliefs, get them to step out of a story that they have been addicted to for possibly months, possibly decades. Now, here's the cool thing. I'm going to ask them, are you willing to step out of that story? And when I ask them that, you can say yes if you have the same story, and it's going to shift for you too. You may actually feel it in your body. Now, when people shift, there is a shift in energy. I tend to yawn and cough even through the Zoom platform. So be prepared for that. It's a little weird. I know. I don't know why my body does it. I just go with it at this point. So watch the video, check out more videos that I've done to get more shifts and have a good time.
Hi, thank you so
Hey.
much for calling on me today. I just first want to say thank you for your New Year's Eve event. I attended that and was very transformational. So thank you. I had to skip January because I was still feeling in awe of all of the shifts that I had. So I'm here today.
Yay.
I I I have a story about being a mother. Um, that gives me a great dopamine hit because, of course, they're your babies.
Yep.
But I feel like I shifted my whole career to, having children allowed me to quit my corporate job, become an entrepreneur.
Mhm.
I'm now an entrepreneur. I've been working at this, launching a high ticket program, really stepping into the career that I want. But I feel like I rely on my motherhood story to keeping me small, right? I
Mhm.
got to be there for my kids. I don't want to get too successful because what if I'm not available or I'm traveling and I'm not available to be with them?
Okay. So do you have to prove what a great mother you are?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Yeah, that's an easy yes. I think
Okay.
so.
So here's the thing. When you are proving things, you're not being, you're proving. So
Right.
and that's about showing the world, look, I'm a great mother, rather than just being a great mother. And in order to show the world you're a great mother, that means you have to create circumstances where it's just like, I'm choosing my kids over this because I'm a great mother.
$100%.
When you're being a great mother, you don't have to have those choices. You can have the career and the travel and be a great mother to your kids because you're just being a great mother and there's nothing to prove.
Right.
Okay. So are you willing to step out of the story that you have to prove you're a great mother?
I want to say yes, but I know I'm not being truthful
Okay.
because motherhood is not in a role that gets a lot of recognition on the day to day. It's sort of like your kids recognize your effort when they're older and become parents. Because kids don't pay attention to whether or not they have a good mom.
So motherhood is recognized by mothers and fathers. So the story that is not recognized, no, any person that's a parent knows exactly what you have to go through. And when you're running a thriving business and also a mother, that's like, wow, you're the one that's got the belief that they don't see how important this job is, and I have to show them.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
So
That's
you're
good
welcome.
clarity.
I mean, the parents that are out there, how many people recognize how much it takes to be a parent and an entrepreneur? Put a yes in the chat. There's a lot of them. So, are you willing to step out of the story that you have to prove that you're a good mother?
Yes.
Okay, here's a hard one. Are you willing to step out of the story that you have to sacrifice for your kids? Now,
I don't think so.
if you have to sacrifice for your kids, you have to create situations in which sacrifice is necessary.
Right.
So if your life is amazing and you've got all the support, you can take time off work and spend it with your kids, there's no sacrifice. And you have to sacrifice so you can't create that life.
Mhm.
Now, when you're willing to sacrifice, but you don't have to, that's a completely different scenario. That's the, if things come up, I will take care of my kids, over my business. However, that willingness is all you need, not the have to sacrifice. And I know a lot of parents that are stuck in that story. I have to sacrifice for my kids. So they have to keep creating reasons to sacrifice. Are you willing to step out of the story that you have to sacrifice for your kids?
Yes.
Okay, it's not quite a real yes.
Well, I want to make sure that I'm understanding,
Hmm.
like, if my kids are homesick and I have client meetings
Hmm.
and I can't get coverage through another family member or my spouse,
Hmm.
then it falls on me. So then I have to move a client meeting and delay potential new business. So if
If
I'm
you,
not,
you
isn't
can,
that the sacrifice for my
so
kids?
what I'm saying is when your story is you have to sacrifice,
Hmm.
then you will create conditions like that constantly so you can sacrifice and feel good and get your dopamine hit.
Right. And I don't want that dopamine hit. So
Yeah.
versus choosing to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear
Right.
you now.
When you don't have to sacrifice, then your kids get sick and the support's there.
Right. It's
Mhm.
like the
Mhm.
victimhood
Yep.
mentality. Okay. I can totally relate with that one now.
Okay. Are you
Yes.
willing to step out of the story that you have to sacrifice for your kids?
Yes.
Good. Okay. And I want to hit it from one more angle. And again, it's the have to versus the possibility of it.
Okay.
Are you willing to step out of the story that your challenges are bigger because you're also a mother?
Say that again.
Are you willing to step out of the story that your challenges are bigger because you're also a mother?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Because I see this and not just with kids, but with certain situations. Sure, you can do that, but I have to do this and I'm a mother, or and I have to deal with my parents, or and I've got this condition. And it's this place of pride. It's like, look what I have to go through. And then you have to keep creating that so
Yeah.
people can see, like, oh, look what you have to go through.
Definitely that victimhood mentality. I can see wanting to get rid of that for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
I have a recovery question for you.
Mhm.
And maybe you can cover this at the end. But what's the best way to recover from an energy shift? Like just rest and hydrate, or because after the last couple times I've done sessions with you, I just for like almost 24 hours just felt completely wiped out. Is there
Okay.
anything I can do to help
So
with?
do shifts have to wipe you out?
No.
That's not coming up true. Does it feel more profound if you get wiped out?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're creating a bigger experience so that it feels like, wow, that really hit me. That was powerful rather than, wow, we're done. We're all good. So are you willing to step out of the story that the shifts have to be big and profound for them to actually work?
Yes.
I was actually, when I got started, I was in this group where we were doing shifts. We'd get together once a week and we had a facilitator and I remember I came in after this huge shift the week before, and there's all these ladies in there like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." It's like, "But you had such a big shift last week." I'm like, "That was last week." And I'm like, "Well, my shifts can last for weeks and I'm still recovering." I'm like, "Yeah, doesn't have to happen. Like that's interesting story you've got there, but
I
yeah,
love that.
yeah. But I could see they were bragging on how much the shifts affected them.
Yes.
Right? And I just didn't give a shit. I just wanted my shift. I want to move on. So,
Right. I love that. Yeah, I want to get on that. I
okay.
want to get on that train right there. Thank you so much, Roz.
You're welcome. All right. Let's give Katie some love. Hey, did you like that? I hope so. I hope you got a great shift out of it. And just keep in mind, there are hundreds of videos on this channel. You can watch them, say yes when I ask you to step out of story and get more shifts. I have clients that do that every single day. Now, if you want to work with me in person, just go to the link down there for Ignite Your Success. And that's where these videos come from. I do a free workshop every month, the second Monday of the month. And the cost for admission, it's not money. It's you're going to end up here on the YouTube channel. If you're okay with that, happy to work with you. If you want more privacy, we'll then look into some of my programs. We're going to have some more information on them below. Anyway, thank you. We're off. Enjoy your life. Don't be afraid to be the happiest person in the room. Got it? Okay. Bye.